Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Deji Lambo, popularly called Oga Journalist. There's an important update that I need to inform you guys about concerning the case of Mrs. Blessing Babalola, the woman that is currently stranded in Qatar and looking for a means to return back to Nigeria. Just to recap, her story involves allegations of visa fraud leveled against some agents, including Mr. Paul Oghinan Egbedo, Mrs. Bukola Akinniyi, Mrs. Bukola Owatemi, Chichi Rosemary Ajoku, also known as Christy. She said these people allegedly, defrauded her of about 13 million naira that she paid, at various intervals just for them to help her process a work visa to either Canada, Australia, and I think when that was not achieved, that was when Mrs. Bukola Owatemi got involved and ended up getting her a tourist visa to Qatar. She's been there, currently stranded, and she said while she was on her way to Qatar, or before she agreed to embark on that trip, they made her understand that they'll be getting her a job in Qatar, even though it was a tourist visa that they gave her. This particular video that I'm doing centers on Maria Adeleke. She's displayed, and this is the particular lady why we are doing this video. When we got to know about Mrs. Blessing Babalola's story, we granted her interview. What we did was to reach out to the first principal person that Mrs. Blessing Nwala accused, and that is Mr. Paul Oghinan Egbedo. So when we reached out to him via his email address, we sent emails to him and requested for his version of what transpired between the both of them. His lawyer, Mr. Nwala, got across to us via our email and promised to give us a response. But shortly after that, this Maria Adeleke sent us another message. She does not have any link to the story at that time. We had not contacted her for anything. We don't know her. Mrs. Blessing Babalola never mentioned her name. It was just Paul Oghinan that we had contacted as of that time for him to give us a side of the story. Maria Adeleke just sent us email and started threatening us, and it's so surprising that I've never seen a fellow journalist threatening another journalist not to do a story. Like she also made allegations that I have been paid to bring Mrs. Bukola Blessing's story to the media, just to use this as a means to just carry out a smear campaign against Mr. Paul Oghinan Egbedo, and she did not even speak to facts claim. So that is how this lady came into the picture. We did her story and ensured that we reached out to all the parties concerned. We, reflected the views of all these people, and those who have been following this story would have watched or listened to some of the interviews we had with them. But the surprising twist now is that I got a story written by a particular platform. What the content of that story was all about was that myself and Mrs. Babalola Blessing, we are trying to, defraud Nigerians by seeking for donations on behalf of, her cause. The way she crafted it was that she said we are seeking 3.5 million for a return ticket without not putting any context. She just did that and just published it. Now, those who have followed the story would have watched what was posted, and I think I'll just play that part for you to hear what she was demanding 3.5 million for.
Good afternoon, Nigerians. I am Blessing Babalola, the person that is scammed, the agent scammed, Paul Egbedo and Bukola Owatemi and Bukola Akinniyi that is counting of 13 million, telling me that they will give me a work visa. At the end of the day, they gave me higher visa. Now, please, I'm pleading on behalf of me. I'm stranded in Qatar now. Nobody to give me work, and they've all blocked me. Nowhere to go, nothing to do right now. Please, I'm pleading to Nigerians. In every way that you can come in help to rescue me away from here, because I don't have any relative here. I'm stranded. I need the help, the way I can go back to my country, and the way they can help me to collect my money from all. The way they can help me to call them out to pay me my money, please. I need to pay for the overstay and money to book for flight, which is roughly 3.5 million as at today. Please, if there's any help you can do. Now 32 days.
Now, guys, it is just surprising that a journalist would take this kind of story just because you want to suit the narrative of those who you want the story to be in their favor. You now manipulated everything, made fallacious statements just because you have an agenda that you want to push. Even the story that we did, regardless of the fact that Mrs. Blessing Nwala provided evidence, we still ensured that we reach out to the parties concerned. This particular lady, what she just did was that she just said she spoke with the spokesperson of NIDO, in person of Mr. John Nwala, and what she did was to just pick out a particular part of the interview she had with Mr. John, the part that she feel will further push her agenda, and that was what was featured in the story. He didn't also reach out to me that you are accusing of trying to defraud Nigerians. He didn't reach out to Mrs. Blessing Babalola. It's just that she's just a shoddy journalist. Because if she had gone through some of the video stories we've been releasing, you would have seen, or she would have seen, that we've been doing, aside from our journalistic work, those who have very genuine cases, we strive to always do fundraising for them. And some have been helped as a result of our platform, and some as a result of the video interview we did, whereby some of our followers typed other platforms where they can raise the fund. I've also enjoyed the benefits. A typical example is this Libyan girl. She was trapped in Libya. She had no means to return back to the country. And we did a video interview for her, and people tagged a lot of platforms, including Queen of Faja. And she contacted me that she would like to help. And from there, we introduced her to the lady. She brought her on our platform, and people heard her story. And from there, we were able to raise the funds. And that is aside from the ones that was paid into the accounts that we put into the video that was released on her platform. Now she has been reunited with her family. She's in Nigeria. The life has been safe. Another case is Bolaji, the brave Bolaji, who rescued a lot of people at the building collapse on Omitted Street. This guy was so brave, and when during the live coverage, a lot of people wanted to help this guy. We could not do that live coverage that very day because our focus was on the rescue operation. So the following day, I had to trace this guy back, and at that point that we discovered that this guy was homeless. He was sleeping on the streets, had nowhere else to go, and we did a live interview with him, and people who tuned in, who joined the live session, started donating money. He said he wants to be a barber. People paid for his feeding, people paid for his clothes and so many things, and he started his training. Life has been transformed up until the time that I got to know that he said he has decided to pursue other motives, which is understandable because he is not a kid, he's an adult, and he can decide what he wants for himself. So, we've been doing that for a whole lot of people. There are other instances that you can see. And I don't know how you now see all this and you now call what you are trying to do a means to defraud Nigerians when you don't even have factual basis. Now, when I saw that she spoke with the NIDO spokesperson, in person of Mr. John Nwala, what I did was to have an exclusive interview with Mr. John, just to hear what happened when they started this case with Mrs. Blessing Babalola, because according to the story that this Maria Adeleke did, she painted it as if Mrs. Blessing Babalola purposely overstayed in the country. And the next thing you all hear was my interview with Mr. Johnson Nwala. Hello.
Hello, good evening from here.
Good evening, Mr. Johnson Nwala. How are you doing, sir?
Fine.
Well done, sir. How's your day been?
Very well. Fine.
Okay, my name is Deji Lambo. I'm the journalist that worked on that story. So I am actually calling because there's a new development concerning that story. Okay. Before now, I have been having a dialogue via WhatsApp with the president of NIDO, Mr. Ajibade, right? Where I actually explained the predicament as far as this particular Mrs. Blessing Babalola is concerned, right? He told me that NIDO is aware of the case because, a lot of people have reacted to the story, and people were saying that, at a point they were tagging NIDO, and at a point they were also saying that the woman should, surrender herself to the police, and some are saying she should try and raise the funds. But what we are trying to see is look for the best option, you understand, for this particular woman. So when people were saying, NIDO, what has NIDO done? I think as the spokesperson for NIDO, we need to hear from you people. When this case was brought to the attention of NIDO in Qatar, what steps were taken?
My name is Johnson, just like you rightly said. I'm the PRO for NIDO-Qatar. When this case came to us, my president was on vacation. I was the one that worked on it. So the case is, the lady got to me, that should be 1st of July. According to her, when she got to me, she has stayed in Qatar over 19 days already. She came with 1 month tourist visa. Yes. So at that point, first I blamed her why she has to come to Qatar with such type of visa. So she explained that she has been on the journey of visa for a long time, with a particular agent. So that agent, she's supposed to go to Canada, from Canada to different countries that the agent was promising to give her visa. So, but eventually they did the Qatar tourist visa for her. She came to Qatar. When she came to Qatar, they promised to give her a job, which according to her, she paid for the job, about 1.3 million or so. And they told her that she doesn't need to worry, they will get her a job no matter the type of visa she came with. So she believed them, and they gave her a job, which along the last 2 days, they stopped her from working because she cannot cook Arabic food. So I clearly told her that she cannot work with this visa. Even if the type of money she will make will not be enough to pay her penalty, because she will be paying 200 riyals each day for overstay. So there's no type of money you will make that will be able to pay that your penalty if you continue to stay here. She asked what is my advice. I told her that she should go back to Nigeria. That is when she gave me the contact of the agent that did the visa. So I contacted one Miss Christie.
Okay, Chichi Rosemary Ajoku.
So I was chatting with her. She acknowledged that she was the middle person.
Okay.
She's the one that collected the money and gave to the person that has the contact in Qatar for the visa.
For the visa or the job?
Both.
Okay.
Both the visa and the job, even the flight ticket. So it was this Christy that collected the money and gave to the people that she collected the money, not directly from Miss Blessing, from her agent, the agent that is supposed to give her visa to go to Canada. So this Miss Blessing doesn't know this Christy in person. She only got to know her through that her Canada agent. Upon getting those information, I got Miss Christy to get her a return ticket. After a very long time, they agreed that they are going to give her a return ticket to go back to Nigeria. Okay. Because I don't know what happened to the ticket she came with, which I myself, I believe that the ticket she came with is a one-way ticket. Okay. Because those agents, they know how they manipulate this ticket. For that visa, the legal requirement is two-way ticket. So, but they manipulated, and one of the return ticket was not real, so she cannot use it to go back. Now, after a long time, they agreed to give her a return ticket. So the agents, they booked one Qatar Airways return ticket. So that return ticket, they said what they saw is on the 11th, whereas her visa will expire on the 8th of July. The agent said they saw ticket for 11th, so that she has to endure to stay 2 days over. Okay, so I persuaded the lady to agree, because initially she refused to take the ticket from them. She said they should give her money so that she will book the ticket by herself. Her reason being that when she was coming, the ticket they gave her was a fake ticket. So she went to the airport and has to stay over 6 days in the airport.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria. So they were booking a combined ticket, and those combined tickets didn't favor her. So she had to stay extra 6 days there on the airport, hanging around waiting for tickets. So she said she doesn't need ticket directly from them because they can do the same thing again. And eventually that is also what happened.
How?
When the agents, they insisted that they must get her a ticket. So I persuaded her to agree to take the ticket since her major interest is to go home.
Okay.
So they booked the ticket and they sent the ticket. So on the day of the ticket, which is 11th of July, she went to the airport. So and behold, that ticket was fake. So she was in the Qatar airport throughout the day. Throughout the day, that ticket was fake. That ticket couldn't fly. Now,
and at that point, she had overstayed, right?
Yes, she's already overstayed. From 8 to 11, that should be 3 days extra. She's already overstayed 3 days extra. So from the airport, she was calling me. I was calling these people. They were just playing hanky-panky. So the lady now has to come back inside Qatar because she cannot stay in the airport.
Exactly.
So that is how her journey inside the Qatar started. Before then, I took her to Qatar PIC to report the case.
Okay.
So on getting to Qatar PIC, they took the contact number of a Qatar number, one of the people that are involved in giving her a job. So the person is in Qatar, and that is the only Qatar number that we have. The others are Nigerian numbers, so Qatar police cannot do anything about that. So with that number, they checked for the lady, they got the lady contact down, they asked what we want, so they want to establish a case against her so that she can be able to identify who did the visa and be able to recover how this lady will go back. Now, Qatar police, they asked us, did this lady collect any money from you directly? He said no. Is she in possession of your international passport? She said no. Then they said they cannot establish any case against her.
Okay.
Because there is no proven evidence that she has engaged in human trafficking. Because that is the case that could be established. But since she's not in custody of any of her traveling documents and she didn't pay her money directly, so they cannot establish any case against her.
If I may ask, at this point, was she still staying in the country legally or she had overstayed?
Yes, she was still legal. It was remaining like 2 or 3 days. That is the reason why they did not arrest her.
Another thing is that this particular lady, Mrs. Blessing Babalola, did she at any point in time stated expressly that she does not want to go back to Nigeria, or did she purposely overstay?
No, after she purposely overstayed, when we were together fighting for her to go back, she was determined to go back. Somebody that slept in the airport, the flight ticket that I said that was fake was 2 a.m. flight. So she left, she was in the airport before 2 a.m. and she stayed in that airport until almost 11 p.m. She was determined to go back. And I've already told her how she is going to make sure she cries so that the CID will be able to forgive her the 3 days she stayed overstayed. She was determined to go back. Now, after that situation, I contacted the embassy PRO, who was also guiding us through the process of that CID visit. Okay. And from the first time, he told us that the best option is for the lady to look for tickets and go. I told him also that is the only pool of contention. She doesn't have any money anywhere to book tickets. And the people that we are hoping on to get her tickets are not responding positively. So he suggested that the lady should go to CID for self-deportation. So that is where I agreed with him. I suggested to the lady also that the last option now is for you to go to CID for self-deportation. And they will deport you, but maybe not immediately because they have to wait until they have a full load or a free ticket going to Nigeria. So you might be in the deportation camp for 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
What other implications are involved if she's to take the route of this self-deportation?
The implication is that she will receive a ban on her passport. She will not enter Qatar for a minimum of 2 years. So even if she gets a job or gets a good visa, she cannot come back to Qatar again. So those are the major implications. She was not willing to go through because she will be in detention. She doesn't know exactly when she will go, and she will also have a ban on her passport. So that is the reason why she didn't take that option. So after 2 weeks, Miss Christie chatted me on WhatsApp that they got Blessing another ticket, which is I think Ethiopia. And they got her another ticket to return, but Blessing said they should give her the money, that they are looking for a way to retrieve the money and send to her. I told her, okay, that is fine. If she wants the money, it's justified because this is the second time that you people have given her fake tickets.
Exactly.
So get the money and give to her.
To just chip it in there, I think it was before that, at that point or before that time that I actually got involved, because according to Blessing Babalola, what she said was that all of them had blocked her, so she had no means to reach out to them. So when she reached out to me, and after granting her an interview, for the purpose of balancing the story, I had to reach out to all parties concerned. So it was when I reached out to the particular agent that helped her to do that IR visa and narrated our ordeal to her and made her understand that she is stranded in that country. She does not have any money to buy a ticket because she knows she's not working based on the kind of visa that you people got for her. And also, she has overstayed. So I think maybe they realized that we are about to do a story, it was at that point that, because it got into an intense discussion, that agent now had to involve Christy, the one that I know as Chichi Rosemary Ajoku. This agent that I'm talking to you about happens to be Mrs. Bukola Owatemi. She was the one who did that visa for her to Qatar, that tourist visa. Are you getting me? So it was after my intervention.
Yes, I'm getting it.
I told them that this person is stranded there. So what they now did was to now send the money. And you know, from what you said and from what the victim also said, based on the fact that they have purchased a ticket for her as alleged on 2 separate occasions, she is justified to actually request that she will be the one to do the processing herself, that they should just give her the money. Because in the first instance, if they had not done or issued a fake ticket as alleged, you know, she would have even traveled back to the country based on the explanation that
yes,
you gave.
now.
Yes,
she would have gone back to the country because we are. If that the extra 3 days, I was keeping in touch with her. If the extra 3 days, if the police refused to let her go, we would have been able to pay that money. It's just 600 riyals. Yeah, but right now it's too much now.
Exactly.
Over 6,000 riyals now.
Exactly. So another thing that I just want to address is that, you know, there's a particular story, you know, like I said earlier on, what we are trying to look at for, you know, we as journalists, the woman has the final say. Our own is to just do our reports, you understand, investigate and present the facts out there. Okay. So based on her own situation, right? You know, she, during our deliberation with her, said she parted with over 13 million naira. How will it now be that she will be returning to the country through deportation, and at the end of the day she will also have a ban of maybe minimum of 2 years, it can be 5 years, depending on the discretion of the authorities in Qatar. You get? So when we were now discussing, we were looking at, okay, what other options should we explore? You get? And that was what brought about the idea of maybe if we can do a fundraising for her, if people see her story, you know, whatever they can do to support her, if we are able to offset the overstay bills and also get money to, since she already had, you know, a part of the money, if you can pay her flight ticket, then she will go back to the country without no ban and all those things. Because we don't want the public to actually see it as a means that we are trying to maybe take advantage of the public by using it to get money. That was why the first video that actually went viral concerning our case did not involve us putting any account number on it. Are you with me? So now, the follow-up video we did soliciting for funds from people, from Nigerians, and you know that she has accumulated a lot of debts when it comes to the overstay, and coupled with the amount that she will use to board a flight back to the country. During her soliciting for funds, she made mention that for the overstay and the booking of the flight ticket, she will be needing like around 3.5 million naira. You understand, to just offset everything. That was what she pegged it as. The post is online. The turn up has been extremely low, but we were just surprised that a particular journalist just went to do a story saying that we are trying to take advantage of Nigerians, creating a fundraising for her to purchase a return ticket for 3.5 million naira, which is totally contrary to what was stated. Are you getting what I'm saying? So now, in that same particular report, because the name of the platform is citybuzznews.com. Now, we are understanding that that particular platform is maybe where one lady known as Maria Adeleke, you know, she's also a key person in that platform. Now, what we are now getting when we read through the content of that platform was that they said they interviewed you.
Yes, I received a call from somebody and I told her exactly what I'm telling you now. But what she asked me is a lady. What she asked me is that they got information that NIDO raised a flight ticket for Mrs. Blessing to go home, and Mrs. Blessing refused. That is what she told me, and that is what she came up with, that that is the information she got from the agent, and that Ms. Blessing has received a refund of 700,000, whereas the ticket is around 690,000. So that she doesn't want to return to Nigeria. That is why she's here, and she's looking for how to defraud people. So I told her that what I know is that there is no ticket that NIDO gave to her. NIDO did not raise any ticket for her because NIDO doesn't have any money to book tickets for people. We explored all the options, especially the fake tickets that was given to her by her agent. So when we have explored all the options, the only option left was for her to go through CID for deportation. But because she doesn't want to stay in the detention and she doesn't want a ban on her passport, so she said she will not take that option. That is the response I gave to her. But this information I gave to her now is not supposed to be used to discourage people from helping this lady.
That is the surprising twist, because this particular lady, the story she wrote, she created it in a way that appears that we are trying to defraud Nigerians. From what you said, that the question was that she has received 700,000 naira, whereas the money for flight tickets happens to be around 630 something, and that she purposely just overstayed there. She did not reference the fact that she has to pay for overstay.
That particular lady, that particular person that wrote that, she's working with those agents, believe in me, because she's even the one that shared the screenshot of the payment that they said they've refunded to Blessing. And that payment is clearly carrying 25th of July. Whereas this lady's visa expired on 8th of July. That should be like 23 days more.
Exactly.
So multiply 23 days by 200 real fine each day. It's clear enough that even the illiterate person will know that this lady has a lot of money to pay. And the refund came almost a month after the visa has expired. So how is it supposed to be that they gave her money and she refused to go? So she's definitely working with those agents. It's definitely sure that those agents, especially those ones that collected millions of naira from her, must have paid this particular lady to come up this thing, so that this lady will not get to Nigeria, because when she gets to Nigeria, that is when she can fight for all these things. She can't fight it in Qatar. That is the game plan that those people are doing. They are trying to portray anything that will help her to come back to Nigeria. That person is a truth. If there is any way that you can go after her, you can go after her, because I gave her clear information. Now she asked me why is she requesting for 3.5 million. If the ticket is around 1,500 riyals, I told her that she has overstayed, and each day is 200 riyals. So if she has overstayed from that time to today, she should be able to know that even the 3.5 million will not be able to clear that overstay. The overstay right now is above 7,000 riyals. Multiply 7,000 by 421. You are looking at over 3 million naira.
She did not reference that.
So,
I'm getting you, sir. She did not reference that in the report.
Because no, she doesn't have to reference me, because she has an agenda. She's working for the agent.
She knows that she is the one that was crying for me that overstay is 200 riyal, and she keeps staying day by day. Why don't she, even the 700,000 that was sent back to her, why didn't she look for how to add up money? That is why if you talk to the man of Diaspora in Qatar, he's not happy with her. Yes, I had the man's number, Mr. Johnson. He's not happy with her. You keep staying every day there, and forgetting that she has now forgotten the complaint, which they complain that each day she stays 200 riyal. She's now using that opportunity to collect, to seek for donation from Nigerians. Is that not also dupe in a way? Is that not what they call it in this thing? She they call on that person, they put on that person's picture. What about her? She is using the opportunity to be collecting money from Nigerians just because she knows that if she goes back home, she'll go back home empty-handed. And if she don't look and say, come, if she go to Nigeria, no money go enter their hand. If she come and collect donations, use and take, maybe open business for Nigeria. She's now using this as an avenue to rip some people off. Yes, that's what she's doing. If not, when she was sent 700,000, why didn't they, how much extra does she need for a return ticket, which is just, what's, you get for a return ticket from Qatar is 900,000. So are you telling me that her husband is in Nigeria wouldn't have sent the 200,000 for her to come back and her staying extra days, paying 200 riyal as overstay and still buy ticket to go home? So it is clearly that she's just there to see how she can use collect money from Nigerians, use the opportunity of this thing that happened to collect money from Nigerians, for innocent people.